In the previous video, we explored three powerful ideas from Patanjali. That yoga is the stilling of the mind, that when the mind is still, awareness rests in its true nature, and that this stillness is cultivated through practice and non-attachment. And yet, if the self is already free, why am I currently stressed about my mortgage? Why am I hurt by a comment on social media? If the sun is always there, why is it so dark in here? Why do we still feel restless, anxious, reactive, afraid? The mistaken identity, Sutra 1.4. Patanjali gives us this answer in Sutra 1.4. Vritti sarupyam itaratra, which means that at other times the seer identifies with the modifications of the mind. Imagine you are watching a high intensity thriller movie. You are sitting safely in a chair, but your heart is racing, your palms are sweating. For those 90 minutes, you have forgotten that you are the viewer. You think you are the character running for their life. In daily life, we do this with our thoughts. We don't just have a thought about being a failure. We become the failure. We identify with this vritti, this thought wave, so completely that we lose our own peace. Why is this identification so painful? Sutra 2.3. In Sutra 2.3, Patanjali names the 5 Kleshas, the afflictions that color our perception. Let's see how they appear today. The first is Avidya or ignorance. Avidya is the master mistake. We mistake the temporary for the eternal. We think our job title, our appearance, or our bank account is who we are. And when these things change, and they always do, we suffer. Because we think we are breathing. Everything changes. Avidya is forgetting that simple truth. And from this misunderstanding, all suffering flows. Second is Asmita or the ego. From ignorance arises Asmita, ego identification, the sense of I am this. In the modern world, this looks like a personal brand. The need to be right, the need to be seen, the fragile identity bruised by a dislike or a cold email. Ego is not arrogance. It is simply mistaking the self for body and mind. The habit of saying I to what is being observed. Thoughts arise and we become the thinker. Feelings arise and we become the feeling. Asmita binds awareness to what is always changing. The third is Raga or attachment. From ego arises Raga, attachment. When something feels pleasant, the mind says, this must continue. The addiction to pleasure, the endless scroll, the belief that happiness is just one promotion away. We cling to experiences, to people, to states of mind. But everything that arises will pass. Attachment turns pleasure into anxiety. The next one is Dvesha or aversion, which is the flip side of attachment. The irritation with the traffic, the resistance to discomfort, the I can't stand this energy. When something feels painful, the mind says, this must not happen. But resistance does not remove suffering. It tightens it. It holds it. And finally, the fifth one is Abhinivesha or fear. Beneath all of this lies the deepest Klesha, the fear of loss, the fear of non-existence, the fear of letting go. Patanjali says, this fear exists even in the wise. But when awareness identifies with the body and the mind, fear becomes personal and suffering deepens. Seeing clearly. The Kleshas are not enemies, they are habits of identification. Yoga does not destroy them, it dissolves them through clear seeing. Burnout is not just working too much, it is ego saying, your worth is productivity. It is attachment, craving, validation. The seer is untouched by the deadline. The sun is still there. The clouds are just thick. Freedom from unnecessary suffering. You don't fix the self. You stop claiming the clouds as your own. I have a stressful thought, but I am not the stress. I feel ego, but I am the awareness observing it. When awareness recognizes itself as awareness, ignorance loosens, ego softens, attachment relaxes, aversion weakens, fear loses its grip. Not because life becomes perfect, but because you are no longer lost in it. Patanjali promises freedom from unnecessary suffering. Patanjali's teaching is radical. He does not promise a life without challenges. He promises freedom from unnecessary suffering. In the next video, we will look at the practical steps Patanjali gives us to thin these clouds out so the light can shine through again.